Good afternoon. I am Matthew Tubasine. I am running for president, Matt 2024, MAT 2024. This is the Tricky Old Dog podcast. The reason I named it that was because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Well, I'm in the process of changing my life, and I have to learn new tricks. Okay, here is the one expression that I've heard in all the self-development stuff that I've watched or read. The main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. It is so simple and easy to understand. What you're doing now is this thing in front of you that you have decided is important enough that you are going to spend this time and do this thing. Do this thing. Don't do anything else. Do this thing. And with that, there is a whole toolbox full of tools I can use to figure out what I should be doing and to figure out how to get started, how to maintain that momentum, how to finish, all of that. But as I'm going through all of that stuff, if I start to drift, if my attention wavers, if I can't focus, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And as opposed to being in the moment and doing that thing that's right in front of me, when I find that I'm getting distracted or I just can't get started or whatever, I can use that phrase to realign myself with the notion the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing, not the only thing. I still have to sleep, I still have to eat, I still have to brush my teeth, but I have this main thing that I'm using this phrase to keep me on the path. I have to carve out time and I have to apply myself, regardless of the sleep and the food and the bills and the everything else. So that's where I'm at. Doesn't matter how long you live, it's still going to be hard to apply yourself when there's resistance. But the more you do that, the easier it gets. I'm learning that. I've got this main thing to work on. I'm going to work on that main thing. And I do that more and more and more, then I'm building up a whole new set, hopefully, of neural pathways. So I'm just trying to do more, and not more, as I've said in previous podcasts. I'm not trying to do more like I need to grind, I need to grind, I need to grind. I mean, with my waking hours, when I'm not paying the bills or eating, just be doing those things in life, which, quite frankly, when I'm older, I'm going to say, boy, I'm glad I did those things, however stressful they may have been in the moment. And I think that's a big thing, too. That's something that I ask myself. What would future Matthew want? Yesterday, I did the podcast and the video, the accompanying video. I also have a video that I loaded onto the computer anyways. I have to edit it. It's a video for another channel. I answered a message from a woman that I sent a piece of art to, not my own. It was a reproduction of an etching of a Matisse. And in that package, I wrote her a note saying, I've got more reproductions and original art. How do I sell this stuff? I do a lot of found object art, which that stuff I'm willing to let go for next to nothing, because there's a whole psychology behind it. It's not like the stuff that, for example, I paint, which takes a whole nother level of actual thought, planning, design, execution, all of that. So the found object art stuff, while I really like doing it, I'm willing to let it go for cheap, because the materials were basically free, and it's fun to do, as opposed to the painting, which is pretty much like an uphill battle. But anyways, I wrote her and she wrote back and said, don't put them up for auction, put them for a fixed price. So I'm going to start doing that. I got some nicotine patches. I'm just going over what I did, more or less, and I have a bunch of coins that I have listed. They're silver, but they're actual currency, so they're not like 999 fine. They're 90% or whatever. I have to look them all up. But I was intent on listing all of those on eBay yesterday and just didn't get around to it. So I'm going to do that today. And I'm just saying that as kind of, I'm using this as an accountability partner. Okay, I said I'm going to do this thing. Now I have to do this thing. But there's that. I'll just wrap this up. The basis of these podcasts, though, just to reiterate, is I'm trying to change. Change is hard, but even what little I've been able to do, it's just been so worthwhile. It makes me keep wanting to do more. And I just wanted to share that for anybody else struggling to change in a positive way. And yeah, it's hard, but it's worth it. So keep at it. All right. Well, thanks for watching and listening. And if you didn't, well then, what's wrong with you, man? All right. Talk to you soon.